everything from, we have a third fitness studio upstairs, a Pilates studio, which is run by Center Strength. Mm-hmm. And then we have a salon called Do Salon, which is an all-natural, chemical-free hair salon, as well as IV hydration. Hydrate IV is upstairs.
Okay. I do remember them being up there when I did the tour.
Katie's got a location upstairs. And then we have a med spa, and then acupuncture, chiropractor, massage therapy, mental health therapy. We also have an infrared sauna and a Himalayan salt room.
So I remember that. What do those do?
Yeah, so...
are they things? Or are we just saying they're things? Do they do something? Is it like realigning chakras?
Yeah, so an infrared sauna is a great way to just come in and sweat out whatever toxins you might be wanting to purge yourself of.
Oh, really?
And
I did not know this.
Do a good body reset. So you can, come in, you can get a sauna. We also have locker rooms with showers, so you can rinse off afterwards. And in the Himalayan salt room we actually have a machine that projects salt into the room, almost like a salt mist. And it's really good for respiratory support, down-regulating your nervous system. It's just a great room to come and chill out.
How the fuck did y'all find out? Who was you know what we need is a Himalayan salt room?
This one.
How did you,
Kelly.
What is that? And how are you you know what, this room would fit? A Himalayan salt mist
Yeah, just like that.
Really? It was
just like that.
It was just kind of stewing up, what could we use this space for?
Well, I think it came the other way where we wanted to have a salt room and then fit that into the plans.
Yeah.
And then
we came up with the business concept, by the way, before we knew it was going to be located here.
And that's the next thing. It is a kind of a precarious parking lot. If you're not coming southbound on Federal, you do need to do the loop behind Walgreens, but you can run through that alley where the church is off 29th as well. For those that are listening, you know that little clusterfuck where the road splits at Spear. I'd recommend taking the 29th route. That's the easier way to get into Nurture, just for those coming up Spear Avenue. Mm-hmm. But this space kind of feels like home. Y'all had an idea and a concept before y'all had a building. Yeah. How was the process of finding a spot that because it fits great with the outside. Y'all have foliage outside of the natural windows. You can do ice baths. I've seen it on other folks' Instagrams and things. How did that process come about, and how big of a bitch was that in this market?
The whole project, I feel, was kind of some sort of divine intervention, right? The project made it very clear. Funny, when I first started to come up with the idea, I sort of, I laughed and said, but the idea just kind of grabbed a hold of me and just wouldn't let go. And then just the more we started to talk about it, and we have a third business partner too as well.
How'd they get screwed out of the interview?
Nikki Doherty. She couldn't make it today, but
does she have a really foul mouth? Y'all are we can't let her on this podcast. This is the really hard hitting podcast.
Nikki she's amazing. She is an ex-officer in the Army and a physical therapist and just knows everybody in the fitness and wellness world here in town. And so the three of us had just been, just working on cultivating the idea and really got to a point where we were, committed to moving forward with the project. And so, we knew we were going to do it, and we knew we wanted to bring this into reality, but just didn't know where, and just kept looking at a whole bunch of different spaces and buildings in the city, and we're fortunate enough to meet this building and get to know the people that owned it before us, and all
Is that
the
why
right.
y'all burned the sage?
Yeah, exactly.
Get this out.
And we're fortunate enough to convince them to sell it to us and be able to house Nurture here, and so things work out as they're supposed to, and so we're super lucky to be able to have Nurture here, and you can see it. It's this building is meant for this purpose.
It really is, and so that's why I was wondering. And Kelly was we've been in this project for y'all met 3.5 years. So, the hunt and then the build out and then creating something that had never been done before. Also, y'all. It's pretty cool. Y'all taken just a ball of clay and then made it into this really gnarly granola palace. And so I applaud y'all for that. And it's not just y'all though. Y'all have, you mentioned, partnerships with Gravity House, but y'all also do nurture nights and live music. So y'all are kind of heavily entrenched in the community as well. One thing y'all mentioned earlier, and I want to make sure that everyone kind of knows that it's very approachable. Y'all mentioned am I dressed right for yoga? Let's say someone doesn't do a lot of physical activity, maybe tore their Achilles while golfing. Shout out to Conor McGregor, Kip Wilson, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Tiger Woods, all people with, basic injuries, but are trying to get into the yoga game. If we're just wearing normal shorts and sneakers, do we have like yoga classes for idiots or for first timers? Or is this like a place where folks that already know what they're doing come in?
Place for everybody.
I can come in and do yoga
You can
here,
come in.
and I'm not going to be made fun of or
You're
anything?
not going to be made fun of.
All right.
Yeah, see, I'm the guy that used to go in and feel like I was getting made fun of. Because I would go into a yoga class, and I'm like, I'm not dressed right for this place. I'm wearing my, gym shorts from Target and shit. And so, when it came to creating our own place, we wanted to create a place that felt approachable and accessible to everybody. And, we're all in our different stages of the journey, right? And so we wanted something that felt comfortable for everyone to come and take care of themselves and support them in their journey.
Okay, so I like that. And so I would guess, let's do a quick plug before we get into the next parts. Mm-hmm. How do they find schedules and what's going on here at Nurture? Give us a quick website, social media plug, as well as can we find schedules about, I have on here that y'all have Nurture at Night live music, and I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because y'all also have a Sunday service, which is just curious to how it said live music, Sunday service.
Yeah.
So you don't usually see those parallel, and I wasn't. But give us a quick rundown. How do we find them?
Sure. So our website, visitnurture.com, is where you can find all the information about our events, our event calendar, all of the providers, and kind of overviews of each of the providers and how to book through each of them. You can also book directly from the website, and then you can also order online through Nest, book childcare. So everything through Visit Nurture is the way to go to schedule and just to discover more about Nurture. And then Instagram.
Do kids have to be vaccinated to come be?
No.
Okay.
Do kids?
I don't know.
Did you say kids?
Yeah, I was just thinking about childcare. I was like, I wonder how that works these days. As someone without them, I don't know.
All the providers are vaccinated. All the staff, childcare staff is vaccinated.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. The rules are these days.
Yeah, fair question.
Yeah.
And Nurture Nights. Yeah, so we're doing a summer concert series. So every Friday we've got a lot of different groovy artists here. This Friday is Desiree Gold. I thought you might like that. Desiree Gold and Sebastian. They're incredible, kind of sexy soul, soulful artists. They cover some songs, but they also write a lot of their own lyrics and compose their own songs. They're incredible. We've had them a couple of times here, and you can see the two of them all over town. I think they were at Dairy Block last night, and they're just an incredible duo. So we're really excited to host them. Tickets are $35, and it includes a cocktail as well.
Okay, so and that's y'all doing the summer full. Every Friday? Every Saturday?
Every Friday. Yeah, we have it booked out for every Friday.
That's right.
Along with a ton of other programming that you can see on the event calendar at visitnurture.com. Everything from sound bowl healing workshops to, like you said, the chakra alignment classes.
Y'all do that, don't you?
Sure. As soon as you said that, I was like, you're actually kind of spot on.
I knew that. There's things like that out there. I just haven't actually
you're going to come.
Who doesn't need a good chakra alignment?
I don't even know what the fuck a chakra is. Can you tell me what a chakra is?
Well, you can come here and find out.
Oh, I like that. That's a great tease
Peter.
right there. Great. Well done.
That's why I love them. And then Sunday service. So Sunday service is something that we created within the cafe, and it's our version of church, if you will. And so there's a lot of fun, brunch scenes in town, boozy brunch scenes and DJs, which are awesome, and we embrace that. And then there's our version, if you will. And so it starts off at 9. So we have...
which is the event space.
Yes, thanks. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, 9, where we're sitting now, the event space.
There's those code words. I'm like, time out. Was I supposed to know that one? But it's just the names of the room.
Yeah, 9, Nest, Nurturing, so playing on the...
I get it. Wait, how does 9 play on that? Is that in
numerology, more crunchy stuff.
Okay.
More crunchy stuff.
Somebody would know that.
Yes.
I'm not that one, but somebody out there gets that.
After your chakras are aligned, you're just going to drop right in, and you're just going to know what that means,
Drop right in? It sounds like we're going to eat some acid. Let's go.
We welcome psychedelic therapy. No. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
do it.
Anyway, so back to Sunday service. We digressed, but Sunday service. So alternative programming. So we do the sound bowl healing once a month. We do the tarot card readings once a month, and then we also have Savvy Rose, who comes in, Savannah.
We follow her on Instagram.
Yeah, she's terrific, right? She's so much fun.
She's just the most positive person on the internet. She's like,
amazing.
Today sucked, but I love y'all no matter what. And I'm like, you know what? This girl got a great
She's a
outlook.
stud. We're really happy to co-create programming with her. So she does a lot of different workshops around like inner child work, mirror work, all sorts of different exercises. So, but all in terms of like introspective discovery work for self-evolution. So she's doing really cool things. So that's about an hour in here, and then you head into the cafe where you have a brunch option as well.
So is this new? Are y'all going to offer brunch? Like, I know that y'all are doing some seasonal stuff, but like brunch every weekend, no matter the season and
no
weather?
matter what.
It's just
no matter what.
They've seen on our page before, I've posted, it was like a mushroom avocado toast or something.
The market mushroom tartine.
It was
killer, huh?
fire. It was so fire. And we'll eat again after this. But
awesome.
And we'll talk with Chef Elizabeth is going to join us as well. So we'll talk about the Nest.
Oh, yeah.
Did I do that right?
Yeah,
Is
sure.
that the room for the cafe?
Nest.
The whole cafe restaurant is called Nest. Yeah.
I nailed it. I got it.
You did.
Next up, chakra.
Hired.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah, when I saw that, I was like, I wonder if they meant Sunday service with the Catholic church next door. And I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
So we'll
it's just
figure
our
it out.
version of church. So now we have the recurring program with Savvy, with Savannah, Chandler, and Sasha. But then sometimes we have guest DJs, and we've done a drawing class, live art installation, so all sorts of different programming here at Nest.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So it seems like y'all, I mean, we've kind of touched on it or mentioned it once or twice that y'all partnered with folks in the community, Savannah and, Gravity House. Mm-hmm. Where did these partnerships kind of come to fruition? Like the Gravity House one, like was it just everybody was hanging out together eating peyote at the sand dunes and y'all like, shit, y'all want to get in?
Like that.
Y'all want to get in on this? Like, how does that happen?
When we first set out to create the concept, we talked about whether we were going to whether Nurture was going to try and provide the services, or whether we're going to partner. And what we decided was that we wanted to essentially make available all the best that Denver has to offer. So that's why pretty much all of the services that are available in Nurture are offered through a third-party provider. So all the therapists and providers upstairs, they're all independent businesses, and for them it's almost like a co-working space for them, right? So, and that's true with our fitness partnerships as well. Basically, Nurture runs the restaurant, the event space, the salt room, the sauna, but everything else pretty much is run by
DIY staff.
Yeah, is run by a provider partnership relationship. So the Gravity House relationship, which we're super happy about, is I had met. We have a couple of investors that have a connection to Galvanize, the co-working space.
Uh-huh.
The guy that founded Gravity House, Jim Dieters, was also the founder of Galvanize. And so we met that way, and we've been having conversations. We're very, Gravity House and Nurture are really like-minded businesses. They're reacting to the same phenomenon in the market, which is people want a change in their experiences. They want more lifestyle-oriented experiences and not just, bars and restaurants are great, but there's a new kind of experience that I think people are wanting, and Gravity House and Nurture are both kind of reacting to that need. And so we've just been talking to the guys at Gravity House for a really long time, and we even talked about, them maybe investing in Nurture at some point, and we picked up the conversation, right before COVID and realized that wasn't the time. And as things started to relax a little bit, for Gravity House, it's, they own properties in Breck and Vale, and they're opening one in Winter Park.
And that's how most people probably know them.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
See their content all over, Instagram or Facebook, and the house, and the people, like, they do concert series up there as well.
Yeah.
So it is kind of, and it's not nearly as cool of a story as I thought it was going to be. You're like, yeah, we just happen to have the same business groups. Like, I thought you were going to be like Kevin Baconing some stuff. Be like, well,